Kristina here, Dax Riggs. We're at Bonham Music Hall, thanks to Jim Dodge, Zero Signal Magazine. We're playing Pong and interviewing at the same time. Sorry I'm out of breath. He already kicked my ass. We're gonna keep going. In the process, so when did you decide to make music?
I think I was very young when I did it. I used to draw pictures of myself kind of, when I was a little kid, like what I thought I might look like or be, and play music. And I think I really enjoyed it and connected with singing and stuff when I was very young. My grandpa would play a lot of traditional songs and also like John Denver type songs mixed in there. So I didn't know the difference between these really old Cripple Creek, like going up Cripple Creek, going in the world, going up Cripple Creek. That's what my grandpa would play with me, and I loved singing with him. And I just felt like an automatic connection with music. When I was very young, I used to listen to music and like cry, and like, it would affect me really heavy, you know. And I've always been very affected by music. And so I think from the get-go, I've always thought I would play music. I never really considered anything else. Maybe drawing comics or something, you know. I probably considered that too when I was young, but like I'm talking like 10 years old, 8. But I just always kind of thought I would do it because it's just been a thing that's always like lit up my world, you know, like made me like, I really enjoy singing.
You can tell, it comes across.
Like something comes out that's not always coming out, you know, like, so.
In person, you're very reserved, very calm. On that stage, though, there's something that comes out of it.
It feels weird. I really feel like I go somewhere else, like I'm in outer space, or I'm alone, and not in a bad way, in a good way. Like I feel in tune with my ancient self somehow, you know. Made a legitimate point. Yeah.
Just one.
Can you enjoy that ball, sir?
Okay. So, corruption. How about that? How did you get from that to acid?
Basically it was like half of acid bath. That was them. Like, I met them through a girl that I knew. They knew, you know what I mean? Like, we lived a couple of hours away, an hour away. And that's how we got together on that level. I was really into the golden age of thrash. That's something you don't hear a lot about. It's almost like it was forgotten about. But there was this time when every record that these thrash bands seemed to put out was just like amazing. And it's over. It's so, you know what I mean? Like,
it's rare.
Metal, I have a great affection for it and love for it, but I just wish I loved more new bands and I don't. So
it's all the same. The heart's not in it.
So that's what we were doing at that time, you know? I came from like, when I was like 12 years old, I like moved down here to Florida actually. I was 13. But barely 13. I moved down here with some guys that I met from Louisiana that had connections down here. We started a thrash band and we lived together and played down here in Gulf Breeze actually.
Okay.
First place I ever took acid. And it was a wonderful experience. We all worked for like telephone operator, you know, like get in and go to like timeshare shit. So we all lived together. We played like one party. It was a big deal. But anyway, I moved back to Louisiana afterwards, and I met those guys, and that was half of acid. And then the other half was another band we used to play with, and then we just decided to
come on.
Yeah.
No one for me. With acid, were there any particular memories
so many. I guess I'm kind of haunted by it in a way. My best friends, you know, it's like we were doing it, we lived together, we loved the same music. The guy that died was killed, struck down by a drunk driver when he was just going to Walmart during the day with his family, and everyone was killed except his little brother that survived. I mean, that's the thing that sticks out and haunts me to this day. Sometimes I go to a convenience store, I see someone that looks like him, and, you know, it's just like, I mean, that's the first thing that I think about all the time from that, you know. And there's many, many other things. It was like my high school band. I think of it like the way the Stooges must felt. Like they all lived together. They just did what they had to do to make it happen, and that's the way we were. You know, we lived together. I lived with almost everybody, or slept with on their floor, and you know. We just really wanted to make music and
Whatever it's together.
yeah. So I mean, that's the main thing, just our love of music and my loss from that time. A good friend who liked Cannibal Corpse and Tori Amos
At the same time.
Oh, absolutely, simultaneously and wholeheartedly. That was the basis of that band. Like, we both felt that way. We both loved extreme stuff, and we also loved great songs and emotional, like, songwriting and stuff. And so that's where we vibed, and when that was gone, things had gotten out of control. You know, when you get kind of popular in a band, sometimes you separate and you get into your own little group. Yeah, everybody, like, separates and gets their little group around them. And that was starting to happen, and then when he died, it was just like, it couldn't be fixed. For me, you know, I basically went home, moved back into my old room, you know what I mean? Like, that I lived in as a teenager, so that's how I dealt with it, you know?
Right. Then Daisyhead and Mooncrickets.
Well, that was actually that was during Acid Bath. That was just like my solo things. I mean, I wrote a lot of songs that got turned into Acid Bath parts, like parts of songs. Like the Nation of the Locusts, that was like a whole song. You know, like that was just like an acoustic song that I written, and we like took a part of it and put it into a song. Lots of things like that, like I Am the Dead Man, you know, Could Not Wake the Dead Man Sleeping kind of thing. That was something I used to play like jam nights for like 10, 15 minutes straight, that one rip. Now we just kind of vibe on it, scat, you know what I mean? Just I'd have those lyrics and a couple of lines, and then I would just go off on other things, you know.
Right.
So
I think for me, for Acid Bath, that's how I found it. There was actually a guy named Dax because of you. He loved you so much, he just started calling himself Dax. He's like, you have to check this out. And for me, it was like Cats and These Cockroaches. The whole song, I'm just couldn't go anywhere past it. And then Pagan Terrorism Tactics. Fell in love. Literally. You have this effect on me. And I know for me, it takes me to a completely different place. Like, shut off all the lights. Go into another place.
that's what music does to me. When I hear it, I'm transported to some other place. And I still feel that way. I mean, all the stuff I listen to now, I'm a voracious music collector. Like, I think of my songs, I'm not like a real musician, but I think of songs all the time by listening to other songs. So, you know, I listen to a lot of African music and, I mean, country music, everything, you know, in between, like, and that's what makes me think of new songs and makes me inspired to do new things. It's like, I'm always loving music, so it's an easy thing for me to be inspired in the future by, you know.
I think the last one, Oblivion. How did you go from Acid Bath to dating Mooncrickets to Aliens?
It was about 2 years after. It seems like I just fucked around for a long time. Like I just wanted to be. Things had kind of gotten dark for me, you know, at the end of Acid Bath. Not just because my friend died, but previous to that, we'd all kind of separated, and it wasn't a family, although we still had to be together all the time. And so I felt like I needed to like wash my soul a little bit, like go home and like work on my songs and my lyrics and stuff. Because when you're out there playing all the time, it's harder to like be creative. You know, it's like a battle between like doing, you love it all, but at home you're being creative, and on the road you're doing your job, kind of. You know, you're bringing the sound that you want to people, and so I don't know exactly. I mean, I was definitely going in that way already. I was writing with other people, friends of mine, and stuff from home, and it was just like a bunch of songs I had written that I wasn't even that serious about. But everybody put a lot into them, so they came out really cool.
I mean, there's a lot of them that just, they don't strike me as something we would intentionally bring forth. It was like I'll show you the knack, like when it's right time, like Stephen King book, to hold back on it until everybody's just ready for it. It seems like it was perfect timing.
I mean, there really wasn't, there's not much thought that goes into like all that. You know, it's all kind of the hand of fate, which I'm into.
Right.
I believe the hand of fate is what, you know, I have to listen to the universe, and what it tells me to do is what I have to do.
I'm so happy you said that.
Yeah? Because I mean, that's how I feel about things. I try to listen to myself, like what is my soul telling me to do? And it's mainly like, I'm just moved, like I said, when I was a child, I used to listen to songs and cry and stuff. I'm a little bitty kid, you know, like really moved by songs, and I still am that way. Like, I'm still exactly the same way. I'm very moved by music and inspired by it. And I collect lots and lots of different, I love Iranian music and a lot of Middle Eastern, like psychedelic music, and African, like heavy metal. From the 70s, it's fucking unreal. Ngozi family and this band called Witch from there. It's great stuff.
I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Yeah.
It's like Dex recommends.
I highly recommend it.
I love how we stop playing. Oh man.
If you would have let it go, you would have got that point, you know?
At this point, I'm not really worried about points. This is just awesome. I'm playing Pong with Dax Riggs. How many people can say that? And have it a legitimate Pong. There's your point. Do we have new material coming?
Yeah, I'm working on it right now. I'm trying not to go too far from home so I can put more time into making the recording, so that's what I'm working on.
I know we definitely appreciate seeing you. I've been a fan for over half my life. So
I appreciate it. It's a weird experience to get to come and talk to people that care so much about what I care about. So that's why, you know, to me it's not some problem or some, you know what I mean? Like, I love to talk to everyone that is moved by the same thing I'm moved by, you know? That's what I like about playing music, you know, going out and actually playing it for people, talking to them, and, you know, it's inspiring. It means a lot to people, because it means a lot to me.
I think it's amazing that you are so humble. You don't have the ego that someone of your caliber, I mean, by all rights, you are allowed to, but you don't. And to me, that is amazing.
I feel like that's poison. That's poison to your soul. Like, if you are foolish enough to believe that you're like above these people, then you're a fool. Because you're not, you know. And I've been around a lot of rock star type people. I don't like that, and I don't like how they act. Some of them, you know. you know, just, I'm a fan of people. I know what it means to care about somebody's music, and it's not, it's important, you know, to their lives and yours too, you know.
It definitely is. I know, like I said, for me personally, your voice has carried me through so many things. The ups and downs, you know, teenage years, awful for everybody. For me, just knowing that you were so dark in some places, it made me feel like I wasn't alone.
I mean, I think that's what songs do. When you really connect with a song, it makes you realize that you're not an insular being, like you're not just disconnected from the world, you are totally connected to me and the world and the animals and the plants and the universe. Everything is connected. That's how I think God, if you want to use that word, exists in the universe and inside us, because inside us, you know, are particles from the universe. So, I mean, it makes perfect sense, you know?
That makes me happy in so many levels.
I mean, a lot of things, you know, I wrestled with religion as a very young child. I was very, like, a very religious child. Like, I used to, like, Jehovah's Witnesses, go door to door, give talks and stuff. So, I wrestled with that at a very early age, like when someone I loved was taken from me. You know, it just didn't make sense to me because of what I'd been told. I was very angry,
Right.
you know, at an early age, and kind of went berserk. And went, and, you know, at an early age, I was just like, I don't care about what you're saying and all the bullshit you're trying to put on me. So I went nuts for a long time, but it's helped me come to a realization and an understanding of the way things are, you know, I feel.
To me, that's amazing is the only word I can think of, because I've struggled with that myself. Trying to come into terms with what people are telling you and how I feel. And the universe concept, I'm happy that I'm not alone in that.
And you're not alone.
From where, weirdly, where you come from, it's so huge to know that you can pick from all of that and people just connect to it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think with the mind, like, people who get stuck in the same thing, I often feel sorry for them, because I feel like your mind is nothing more than a computer, an organic computer that you can upgrade, and you can have more understanding and more compassion for every living thing around you if you upgrade your mind, you know? It's just a matter of upgrading it and, like, you know, feeling like we're, you know, connected to the animals and plants, because we are. We're brothers, and our true brothers and sisters are animals and plants on this planet, you know? And all the people. That's why I love music from other parts of the world, because it makes you love them. And I don't understand them. I'm not from their world, their clan. So it's hard, it's easy for me to feel like everyone feels like they're warlike, they're whatever, they're savage, whatever. You know, it's not really true.
Right.
It's propaganda. People are people, and we get fooled by the war machine, because that's what they want. They want money. That's what they get from killing people. You know, that's Satanism. You know, that's the thing that is truly against humanity. It's truly against life. You know?
I appreciate the fact that you've been so incredibly honest with me.
Oh man. Cool.
It's impressive to see, because not a lot of people are like that. You know, a lot of folks are
Like you put on
talk
this,
about our music.
you know, I mean, a lot of people get caught in their own bullshit, and like, they have to be the tough guy all the time. I know those motherfuckers like the back of my hand, you know? Yeah, whatever, man.
Well, guys,
Love is the answer, you know?
Love is the answer. Dax Riggs. Of all the people in the world, Dax Riggs. Love is the answer. Kristina here at the Vinyl Music Hall. Thanks to Jim Dodge and Zero Signal Magazine. I'm going to say goodbye to Dax Riggs. Have fun, guys.